Hello everyone, Suicide Fox here, bringing you a speed run of the jungle compound level in the game The Escapist for Xbox One. I've been doing speed runs of this game for quite a few levels now. I wanted to put this one out first because I feel most proud of this one. And it's interesting because the strategy you're going to see here is technically the original strategy I had, but the random number generator on it I felt was just too high, and I was like, oh, I'm never going to get the items I need to do what I need to do. But you'll see in a moment how I end up getting stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first wake up, I'm going to come out, I'm going to check my desk, check my roommate's desk. He had a pack of cards, which is a good trading item. So now I'm just going to go around and check to see what they have in the shops, because if they have any items I need in the shops, I might need to, go do some missions. Right here, you can see there I do a double take. He has a screwdriver. Now, the requirements for this strategy require me to get 3 wires, 1 ink, 1 feather, a screwdriver, and a guard outfit, which I'm going to be taking off a guard later. So right here, I'm like, okay, Steven with a PH, I got to get him on my side. So I give him the pack of cards. It doesn't increase his opinion of me that much, but at least he likes me a little bit more. So if I find something, I can definitely get him on my side. So now I'm going to go in and I'm going to check these desks, being very careful not to get caught. Only because getting caught kind of slows you down, and you have to make sure that you get what you need to get. So right here I find the wire and the feather. I'm going to take this fork, you're going to see, and I'm going to place it on the ground after I check this desk. And the reason I do that, I have a bad habit of just like going in circles and continuously checking desks that I've already checked. So I started doing that as a way to kind of like mark a room that I've already been in there. And then right here I'm going to get caught, which is fine because I don't have any contraband on me. As long as you don't have contraband on you, doing stuff like that isn't really that big of a deal. So here I'm going to wake up. I'm going to go down back to where I was and try and finish checking all these rooms, because in order for this strategy to really be viable, you have to get the 3 wires, the feather, and the ink kind of before about 1300. Because if you don't get it before then, you might as well restart, because if they're not in the desks and they're not in the shops, you might be able to find them on the inmates and stuff, but that's really rare, and plus it's really difficult to knock out every single inmate and check them. So now I have every item. I'm just gonna go up here and place them on the ground for now, so I can go do some other stuff. You'll notice I took the chocolate with me. The chocolate is, I originally took this as a trading item, but after I checked this last desk, I find some better items, and I realized that I don't really need the chocolate, so I just end up saving it for later. It's kind of like an extra item. It's not necessary to the strategy. See, now at this point I'm getting a little worried because I'm not finding anything good that I could trade, because I need to get 2 inmates on my side to beat up a guard to take his outfit. And if I don't find, there's a lighter there, I take the lighter. The lighter is usually pretty good. Right there I get killed, or knocked out, however you want to call it. So now I'm just going to return to where I was, check the last desk. I did at one point have a strategy where you would actually go into your job, and you always start this level as the gardener. And starting as the gardener is pretty good because you get access to a trowel. And the interesting thing is that you can go into your job at any time as long as you still have that job. So the first thing I was going to do was go to the job and get the trowel, but then later I found out that the trowel does not actually chip through walls, and I need something that chips through walls, which is where the screwdriver will come into play. So now I'm on the lookout for Steven with the PH. He's right there, so I'm just going to come over here. I need a couple knives. I'm going to show you a glitch in a moment that it lets you basically use these, like the plastic knife and the plastic fork, almost infinitely. It's kind of random though to try and get it to work right. So now I got Steven on my side. So here, this is actually pretty interesting. I kind of lucked out here. So Officer Dibble, I thought Officer Dibble was going to go around to the back of the building. He ends up going inside the building. Luckily, Steven with a PH is badass and just kicks the crap out of him. So now I'm going to go have him knock out Officer Tucker. And I have him do that not to get the guard outfit, but to get the screwdriver. So I'm going to wait for these guys to walk away. Pick him up, carry him over there just to be safe. I'm going to take back my Perennium Barrel. So the Perennium Barrels are really, really good in the Xbox version. If you give it to someone, it pretty much increases their opinion of you all the way to 100%. So here I just gave it to that guy just to, you know, for later, because I'm going to need to have one of the guards get knocked out later so I can take their outfit. So here I'm just collecting all the items. The absolutely necessary items are in my inventory, only because there's been a couple instances where I've had the items laying on the ground, and when I went to go use them, they have despawned, or maybe the guards picked them up. I'm not sure, but they weren't there. So I just wanted to be sure that I did not lose these items. So I'm going to get Steven with a PH and this other guy. I don't know his name yet. I'm going to have them attack Officer Emerig. I don't even know how to pronounce that. I'm going to dismiss them. I will need one of them for later. So it's important to have one of them definitely still on your side when you dismiss them. So I'm going to take his outfit. You're noticing I'm hiding everything behind the library here. I'm doing that because the guards don't go back there. So it's a very safe place to hide contraband. You can only hide about 4 items back there up until that that brown box. Anything past that, and you might have a guard come over and look at it, and if he finds one item, he's going to find all the items. So now I'm building my intelligence. The original strategy, I thought, when I originally started building the strategy, I thought that I needed 90 intelligence to craft the papers to escape. And it's like, oh man, how am I going to do that? Get 90 intelligence and all these items I need in one day? Like, I don't think that's possible. I did get very close on one run, getting to about 82 before it was last roll call. So here's the glitch. You notice right there, see how the fence got cut, but the plastic knife did not get used. Basically, if you go and you cut or chip a wall outside where the guards can shoot you, if you time it just right, they'll shoot you and you'll instantly die. It'll cut or chip whatever wall or fence you're doing, but your item will not get used. So it's a good way to have items, you know, extend their use. So you notice there I got sent to the medic. That was to refresh my stamina so that way I can keep reading. And I stayed in the bed so that way I can bring my stamina all the way up to 100. That's very important. But yeah, I found out later that I actually only needed 60 intelligence, which made this strategy totally doable. Because if I had to get 90, you just can't do all that stuff in one day. Getting 90 intelligence is really hard, especially on this level, because every time you read, I believe it's 11 stamina every time you read. So you can only get 9, maybe 10 readings out of one sitting. So here I'm fatigued. I was kind of not paying attention when I was kind of like trying to think of what I was going to be doing a bit later in the day. So here I'm just going to go in quick rest. I only need about 6 stamina to cut this fence. And you'll notice I'm down to 70% on the fence, and the knife is still at 100%. So I'm going to stay in the bed again. I'm at 47 intelligence. So at this point in the run, I'm feeling pretty confident that I'm going to be able to do this. Actually, the strategy I came up with after determining that the RNG on the screwdriver was just too high actually involves me knocking out the guard with the red key just after the evening roll call, hiding him basically where the screwdriver is now, tying him up with a rope, taking the key, cutting through the fence, and then going through the door. And that strategy would actually be a bit faster than what I actually do here. I probably could have done it in before 2400, which meant I would have had it officially in one day. However, the problem with that is finding the guard. You'll notice this one guard's probably walking around. You might have seen him, named 2222. I named him because he was the guard with the red key. The problem is, to get him knocked out at the right time and have everything go smoothly where I don't get caught or don't bring heat or, you know, have all that kind of work out, that's very risky. It could end up with me getting beat up when I have important contraband on me, or getting knocked out just after evening roll call, which then you wake up the next day. You don't even get to wake up that night. So this strategy is a bit safer. It's just less likely to happen because of the RNG. So at this point, I kind of remember that, oh crap, I need to go and make a bed dummy because I'm going to be out of my room after hours. And it's important to remember to do this. If you don't, then you might end up, you know, triggering something, a lockdown later, and you know, we don't want that to happen because then it makes it harder to escape, basically. And the cool thing about the bed dummy is you can craft it at any time, and you can have it in your bed all day, every day. It could just be in there all the time, except for when you actually sleep. You have to take it out when you sleep. So at this point, I'm just going through and just making sure I get to the 60 intelligence that I need. I'm really confident at this point that I'm definitely going to be able to run the strategy. You're going to see that I go actually to 61 intelligence, and that's because your stats go down gradually over time. It seems to go down about 1 point every 24 to 36 hours. And I had one run on the Shankton run, if you guys go and check that video out whenever it comes out. Earlier run that I did like way long ago, I end up actually using my going to craft something and end up having 1 intelligence less than I need, and it pretty much totally ruined the entire run. And it was almost right before I was about to escape, so I just, as a precaution, will go to 1 point above. So right here I have everything done. I have the intelligence I need. I got beat up to get sent and, you know, have my stamina reset. I used up that 1 fork because the glitch did not work the 1 turn. So I used up the 1 fork all the way to 100% because I had the backup of the extra fork. So here I'm just going to go to evening roll call. You know, you always want to make sure you go to roll call. You don't even have to be there for that long. You can just show up, you know, at 13:01 and leave at 13:03, and you're totally fine. So here I'm going to ask this Billy Goat guy to follow me. He's going to be my guardian. Once I go past through the metal detector, I'm going to craft the fake fence. I'm going to come back here, very carefully pick up these 2 items. I'm going to equip the screwdriver as a weapon that actually allows you to carry an extra item. And then I'm just going to chill back here and wait until after evening roll call is over to go up and cut this fence. Because if I do it now, I'm just going to open the fence and it's going to, you know, they're going to see it. So once lights out comes up, any holes you dig, any walls you chip, any holes you make anywhere will only be caught by the guards that are present. So I'm going to send Billy Goat guy after this guy just to make sure he doesn't come by me. He walks away. I make it through. So now I'm going to come over to this little wall here. Now there's another video of the Xbox version floating around with an English guy who he has a sturdy shovel and he says you can quote-unquote dig through this wall. That's actually incorrect. What you're actually doing is chipping through this wall. And this is where I was saying before that I was using the trowel until I found out that it couldn't do something. It can't chip, so the trowel cannot chip, it can only dig, which means that you cannot use the trowel on that wall, which is why the screwdriver is very important. So here I'm going to pick up the desk and carry it over here. That's so when I access the desk, the camera won't see me. I'm going to leave the screwdriver, the knife, and my inmate outfit, kind of like screw you. I'm going to place the wall back, and I'm immediately going to craft the papers. Turns out 60 intelligence was right. So I'm going to come down and just, you know, go give the papers to this guy, and we're going to escape in 1 day. And I really had fun making this run. This level was actually the level that kind of got me into doing the speedrunning, so it's the level that I want to show off first. And you can see here, I escape. And I thought it was kind of weird that it didn't show my character in this animatic. Only because in the other animatics, for the other levels, it shows my character. So I think that might be a bug. You're going to see here in a moment my score. It's actually a number 2 ranked score, which is I'm very proud of. The number 1 guy, you're going to see, has like, you know, almost double my score. And he's going to have 0 days. And I think the 0 days thing is a glitch where you beat it and then go back and beat it again in a faster time, so you end up getting 0 days. He probably just sat in the prison for, you know, a good couple hours, or a couple days, just farming stuff. But yeah, this has been my speedrun of the Jungle Compound. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next video.